Negotiable Instruments Act, Section 61, Presentment for Acceptance. Section 61 of the Negotiable Instruments Act, 1881 lays down the rules regarding presentment of a bill of exchange for acceptance. It specifies when and how such presentment must be made, the consequences of failure to present, and the circumstances under which the bill is treated as dishonored. 1. Applicability bills payable after sight. This section applies specifically to a bill of exchange payable after sight. A bill payable after sight is one in which the time for payment is calculated from the date on which the bill is presented to the drawee and accepted. Therefore, acceptance is essential to determine the maturity of the bill. Without proper presentment for acceptance, the period for payment cannot be computed. 2. Requirement of presentment. Where no specific time or place is mentioned in the bill for presentment, the holder is required to present the bill to the drawee for acceptance. Such presentment must be made by a person entitled to demand acceptance, within a reasonable time after the bill is drawn, during business hours, on a business day, and to the drawee if he can be found after reasonable search. The determination of reasonable time depends on the circumstances of each case, including the nature of the bill, the distance between the parties, and the ordinary course of business practices. 3. Consequence of failure to present. If the bill payable after sight is not duly presented for acceptance as required, the person making such default cannot hold any party liable on the instrument. In other words, failure to present the bill for acceptance within the prescribed manner and time may discharge other parties from liability as against the person responsible for the default. This ensures that parties are not unfairly prejudiced by delay or neglect in presentment. 4. Drawee cannot be found. If, after reasonable search, the drawee cannot be found, the bill is deemed to be dishonored. In such a case, presentment becomes impossible, and the holder may proceed according to the provisions governing dishonor. The requirement of reasonable search implies that genuine efforts must be made to locate the drawee before treating the bill as dishonored. 5. Presentment at a specified place. Where the bill directs that the drawee is to be found at a particular place, presentment must be made at that place. If, on the due date for presentment, the drawee cannot be found there after reasonable search, the bill is considered dishonored. This emphasizes the importance of adhering to the directions contained in the bill itself. 6. Presentment by post. The section also provides that, where authorized by agreement between the parties or by established usage, presentment through the post office by means of a registered letter is sufficient. This recognizes commercial practices and allows flexibility in method of presentment, provided such method is consistent with agreement or customary business usage. 7. Purpose of the provision. Section 61 ensures proper procedure in the presentment of bills payable after sight by protecting the rights of holders to secure acceptance, safeguarding the interests of other parties through timely and proper presentment, and promoting commercial certainty by defining when dishonor occurs. It thereby balances the need for procedural compliance with practical considerations in business transactions. For more details, contact us.